Hey guys, how's it going? It is a beautiful day out today. Perfect day to make a flower arrangement. It's been a while since we filmed one, so I thought it would be the perfect opportunity. Plus, a few things in our garden are ready that I really wanted to try to incorporate into an arrangement. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge. It's making me feel a little nervous, but I think it's going to be really fun and bright. I wanted to challenge myself also not to stick with my super soft color palette that I always lean on and kind of autumn colors. I want to do something that's very... Let me show you. First, we've got corn, and this is the glass gem variety. I want to use both the tops and some of the ears. They've got beautiful color. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So I wanted to use this corn kind of as my starting point and just kind of follow the way this corn is, and it's super colorful and bright and beautiful. I've also got amaranth, bright red Spartacus dahlias, some Cracker Jack marigolds that are really tall and bright, and just like jewel tones. Really fun, bright colors. There's even some clary sage here for that blue. I've got tomatoes, we've got tomatillos right here, a few zinnias. Now these are part of the soft color palette I usually lean on, but I think sometimes having that green is really nice. And then we still have sweet peas in bloom. So I wanted something to incorporate more of that deep purple. I was trying to decide between two different vases. I just picked these up recently. I made one arrangement with dahlias in it, which was absolutely beautiful. But I'm wondering, I wonder if the diameter is big enough to hold as much as I want. My other option is this one right here. So, I mean, this definitely will hold more, but I kind of like the height and the color, that gold color of this one. I don't know. Either way, we are going to use chicken wire as our frog, so we're going to cut off a piece of this, kind of crunch it up, and put it down in whichever vessel I decide to use. And this will help keep our stems in place. All right, guys, I'm going to go make a cup of coffee, and we're going to just enjoy this afternoon putting this together. Here it is, all done. I used every single thing that I cut out in the garden. Every single one. And they all fit down in that reservoir. I'm really surprised. These freeform bouquets are just so much fun to make. I mean, this one goes all the way down to here with that wonderful branch of tomatoes. The tomatillo branches come out, and then they've got these wonderful they look like little lanterns, which I think is a really fun texture in here. The amaranth is wonderful. Look at that, brings some depth and different texture. We've got the little mini pumpkins in here. There's another branch of tomatoes right there. And then look at the ear of corn. Isn't that awesome? The color is just so beautiful. So there's an ear there, and there's also a couple of ears right in here. Now these two were connected, and when I got the whole bouquet done, this one was just sticking up too far. So I slipped my little clippers down in there and cut them apart and just kind of tucked that one down in. I liked that a little bit better. I'm also loving the marigolds right in here, that fluffy yellow. I think that's so fun. I don't often think about using marigolds in cut flower arrangements. This one is called Penny Lane. I wish I knew all the names for all of these, but I'll try my best here. This one is Sonic Bloom right here. I love these dark colored ones. Can't remember the name of that. This one is Spartacus. I don't know. I think this one is in the pink mix. I think I got a pink mix from Eden Brothers one year. This one in here is Bluebell. This one's Mary Evelyn. Oh, the Clary Sage I think was a really good addition. I think it tied like some of these more lavender blue flowers with the navy that's in the ears of corn. So pretty. I'm going to swing around the back side because I did tuck flowers in back here as well. You can kind of see some of those. Now the surprising part is that I could still pop more in here. Like this, I'm going to be putting in an area I think that's not going to be seen from the back. Might put it on our kitchen island. That's why I tucked some back here. But if I was going to be designing this for an area that was going to be seen from all sides, I'd probably try to make sure that I was bridging the gap with some filler flowers right in there. And there's room in that reservoir, which is just crazy to me. The sweet peas are wonderful. And I really like the tops of the corn too. So fun. And now I can check off use corn in an arrangement off of my list of goals. It's always fun to have a challenge every year to try to think of something different to use that you haven't ever used in arrangements before. I've used the tops of corns before a lot of times because they're a wonderful fall kind of accent, and they're a great dried element too. They're not something that's going to start to wilt or anything like that. And with dahlias, like usually we get, I mean, if we get a week out of this arrangement with all the dahlias in it, that would be like probably best case scenario, but usually it's like 4 or 5 days for dahlias. They're not a super long vase life, but absolutely worth growing and using because you can just continually, like, I don't create arrangements that are huge like this all the time, like every 4 or 5 days, but I'll do little jars just full of randomly cut dahlias, just pop them in the jar and put them around in the house next to our bed, in the bathroom, something like that. And then you can just toss those and put new ones in it really quickly. Something like this. Like, I mean, I wish I had time to do it more often, but they are a fun thing to tackle every once in a while. I also love having projects close to the kitchen because I had potato rolls rising, and then in and out of the oven I had sheets of potato rolls coming out, and I could kind of smell it wafting out here, and it's kind of cool. It was just like the perfect mixture of fall things. Also, using chicken wire as our frog works really great. I like to kind of create a loose sphere with it. That way you can stick your branch through the top and then kind of rest it in another hole in the bottom of the sphere, and it kind of keeps those heavy branches in check and in place. Like this was not squirrely at all. Things were just staying right where I put them, which is wonderful. There's nothing more frustrating than trying to create an arrangement and you get it just the right shape and then one of the branches like kind of shifts. I've had that happen so many times. And that's a frustrating thing. Now, if you have a clear container, so like chicken wire is great in these because you can't see it. You can grab like willow branches or some kind of flexible branches out of your garden, take the leaves off and just create kind of a sphere with them, like just wrap them up almost like wreath style and stick them down in that vase, and oftentimes they create a wonderful and easy frog as well. Anyway guys, that is it for today. It looks like we're gonna have at least another 10 days of wonderful temperatures, probably more than that. So we'll still be able to go out there and get lots of flowers out of that garden, which is so much fun before it gets too much colder. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.